Skydiving team currently circling high above us to get an idea of how those winds change in airspeed and velocity and direction as they work their way down to the ground. For you today as they fly in both the flags of Italy and the United States. We have a hot target on board the C-45. They perform one final check of the winds, one final check of the parachutes, and any second now, we should see those jumpers as they depart the side door of the aircraft. We now have jumpers away, ladies and gentlemen, approaching earthward now at full free fall speeds in excess of some 120 miles an hour. That's John Wallace, Mary Wright, Mario Lakatos, Peter Chapman as well, and what a view they have. At a predetermined altitude, they will pull on a small leather ball located by their left hips and deploy those high-flying parachutes, slowing them down from over 120 miles an hour to just 15 miles an hour very rapidly. We keep our eyes on them as very soon they will unfurl our American and Italian flags. The entirety of the team fly with what are known as ram air canopies, flying them much like how the Wright brothers first flew back in 1903 by warping the wings. These parachutes are very maneuverable and have an inherent forward speed of about 22 miles per hour. To fly these ram air canopies is fairly simple. To turn left, you pull down on the left steering line. To turn right, you pull down on the right steering line. But as the jumpers near the ground, we'll watch as they pull down on both steering lines simultaneously for the slowest and safest possible landing. Of Italy and also the United States of America with our national anthems. If you are within the sound of my voice and you are able, please stand, remove your caps, and come to attention as we play the national anthem of Italy. And today's national anthem for the United States will be sung by the great Miss Teresa Eamon.
Say the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hail, at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
John Deere and Land Pro Equipment, and to our media partners, to include Spectrum, WHAM Channel 13, Channel 12, and Fox, the WHEC, Channel 10, WROC Channel 8, iHeartRadio, WUUF, Big Dog Radio, and to WYSL. Our thanks to all of our partners for their continued support in keeping the Rochester International Air Show in the sky. As Dave Hewitt brings the team inbound at an altitude of some 6,000 feet above the ground. One final check of the parachutes, one final check of the drop zone, and any moment now, we will see our jumpers as they exit the aircraft high overhead. We now have jumpers away, ladies and gentlemen, quickly accelerating into free fall of 120 miles an hour. That's John Wallace, Mary Wright, Mario Lakatos, and Peter Chapman. And what a view they must have. We're going to watch as they deploy these Ram Air canopies, a far cry from the round parachutes of World War II. They are fairly maneuverable and have an inherent forward speed of some 22 miles an hour. We've got 4 good chutes under canopy now as the team works their way inbound, and momentarily we will salute the flags of both Italy and the United States as part of our opening ceremonies momentarily. We watch for the banners to be unfurled, today flown by John Wallace and Mary Wright. Our Italian flag will be flown in today by Mario Lakatos, and our American flag flown by Peter Chapman. To fly these canopies, fairly simple. There are risers that come down that allow them to, in fact, warp the wings, flying these airfoils, these wings, in the same fashion that the Wright brothers first flew back in 1903. To turn left, you pull down on the left steering line. To turn right, down on the right steering line. And as our jumpers work their way into the target area, they will pull down on both steering lines simultaneously for the slowest and safest possible landing. Magnificent sight overhead as John Wallace, our second jumper, following Mary Wright into the drop zone today, brings in our Canadian banner, and we see the unfurlment of the Italian national flag. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are within the sound of my voice and you are able, if you would, please stand, remove your caps, and come to attention as we salute our friends of Italy and we honor the United States with our national anthems. Our U.S. anthem today will be sung by the great Miss Teresa Eamon.
what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a huge round of applause for Teresa Eamon and the singing of our American anthem, and let that... Our pilots today will be that of Sean Voskamp, Alan Page, and Percy Contractor. And they are currently going through their last second pre-performance checks, making sure everything is set and ready to go before they come by for a couple of very close and precision formation passes that'll give us a great look at these World War II airplanes. More than 17,000 Harvards.
That's the plane the superheroes are going to jump out of with their parachutes. It's a perfectly good airplane. Who would do that? On the plane, you'll see them in a minute. They'll just be little black dots coming out of the door. They're up about 5,000 feet, almost a full mile up in the sky, straight up. It's a beautiful day to skydive today. The winds are light. The sky is clear. Oh, jumpers away. There's one. There's two. There's three. One more. There's the fourth one. Oh, they did a hop and pop, which means they hopped out of the plane and popped their parachutes wide open. We've got two Canadian flag canopies. We are a team based in Canada, Fort Erie, right across from Buffalo. Mary's got the pink one. She's got a pink helmet too. You see her up close. She's Batgirl today. Streamers are out. This one's straight overhead. I think that one's going to be down first. She's doing some spirals. Here it comes. It's coming down fast. It's going to land on the grass. Just to the right of our announcing stand over there.
These Ram Air canopies, Janie, can have an inherent forward speed of about 22 miles an hour, but as the jumpers work their way down, they can actually spin them in.
We're landing by Superman. Everybody that jumps with the Geronimo team is a competition champion. They do accuracy championships around the world, and they're all proud. You can take pictures with us, we can sign autographs for you, and pass out our souvenir postcards.
We've got two more jumpers high above us right now as they work their way in on target. Of course, battling a little bit of the breeze up there, but Janie, in many cases, the breeze actually helps for the landing because much like an airplane that likes to take off and land into the wind, you do the same under canopy.
That's right, they have to land into the wind, and the breeze helps to inflate the canopy when they open, so they get a nice full inflated canopy. Those canopies are made with cells that fill up with air, and they fly like the wing of a plane. They can steer by pulling down on the toggles. They can do pinpoint accuracy. Sometimes when they are at accuracy peaks,
precision spot landings. They continue to work their way down from altitude, and our last jumper up there getting quite a bit of hang time.
He's way up there. I think he's enjoying the view of this beautiful airport. He's way up there. Hey, come on down, superhero. We stopped at the police tent and we told them superheroes are here in case they need any help. So far they haven't called on us, but we're available. Here they come. I think that's Spider-Man coming down with the red, white, and blue banner. Canadian flag canopy. Mario is a member of the Canadian Armed Forces. He's an instructor with the Armed Forces and lose some altitude. He's on his way down. Come on down, Spidey. We want to see you. You watch out when he gets down on the ground. He's going to whip everybody. He likes to do that.
I will tell you that I would imagine at that altitude that he's battling speeds of about 20 to 30 miles an hour in terms of wind, and they have to work very hard to maintain that position, and they're going to get themselves pointed at that wind and land it very safely. If they get pushed too far out, that's okay. We've got a nice big drop zone here at Show Center to allow our superhero jumpers to make their way in on time and on target. Even though our final jumper is still up and out.
A big cheer and call Spider-Man down. He can hear you. Hey, Spider-Man, come on down. Oh, I see him waving his legs. Spider-Man, come on down. He gets tangled up in his vent so often. That may be what it happens.
Yeah, not a whole lot of
Really, it looks like he's just hovering there like a helicopter.
just about. Actually push forward as things go, but the winds, you got to work those as they work your way down from altitude. So he's going to continue to keep himself on sort of a straight out trajectory towards the lake where the wind's coming from, and ideally that will set him up perfectly for a spot on landing at Show Center.
He's getting closer. Call to him. Make sure he knows you want him to come down. Hey, Spider-Man, come on down. We just love our superheroes. Spider-Man's usually the favorite one. Landing.